In 2020, Hades redefined action games with its blend of fast-paced combat, unforgettable characters, and a world that felt alive with every run. It wasn't just another roguelike. It was a phenomenon that drew in both hardcore gamers and newcomers alike. The story followed Zagreus, the rebellious son of Hades, as he fought to escape the underworld, a journey where every defeat was a lesson, and every attempt brought new surprises. Dying wasn't a setback. It was part of the adventure, making each run feel fresh and rewarding. The game's seamless fusion of narrative and gameplay won countless awards, earning praise for its innovation, artistry, and emotional depth. Hades set a new standard for roguelikes, inspiring a wave of imitators and raising expectations for what the genre could achieve. Now, in 2025, Hades 2 arrives, not as a mere sequel, but as a bold evolution that dares to push the boundaries even further. Supergiant Games has expanded every aspect: deeper stories, richer and more strategic combat, and a world that feels even more alive. The team's passion is evident in every detail, from the dialogue to the art direction. Players can now explore new mythological realms, each with its own secrets, dangers, and breathtaking environments to discover. From the very first moments, Hades 2 feels both familiar and thrillingly new, inviting players to lose themselves in its ever-evolving world. Expectations were sky-high, but Hades 2 delivers, and then some. It's a game that not only meets the hype, but exceeds it in ways fans never imagined. It's a triumphant return, bigger, deeper, and even more compelling, with moments that will stick with you long after you put down the controller. The developers have poured love and detail into every corner, listening to fans, refining mechanics, and ensuring every update brings something meaningful. Their commitment to pushing their craft further is clear, resulting in a game that feels both polished and passionate. In this review, we'll dive deep into what makes Hades 2 a phenomenal experience, from its innovative gameplay to its emotional storytelling. We'll meet its new hero, break down its mechanics, and see how it builds on the legacy of the original while forging its own path. And of course, we'll discover why dying in the underworld has never felt so good. Each defeat is just another step toward mastery. So, prepare to descend, fight, and fall in love with the underworld all over again. Hades 2 is here, and it's ready to challenge, surprise, and captivate you like never before. To truly appreciate what Hades 2 brings to the table, let's take a moment to remember what made the original Hades such a standout experience in the world of gaming. Hades took the classic roguelike formula, where you die, restart, and repeat, and transformed it into a powerful storytelling engine that kept players coming back for more. Every defeat wasn't just a setback. It was a chance to unlock new dialogue, witness character growth, and see the world of the underworld expand in unexpected ways. In Hades, failure wasn't punishment. It was progress. Each run, no matter how short, pushed the story forward and made you feel like you were always achieving something. The combat was fast, fluid, and endlessly satisfying, offering a thrilling mix of skill and strategy. With a variety of mythical weapons and godly boons, every battle felt fresh and exciting. The boon system encouraged experimentation, letting you combine powers from gods like Zeus, Artemis, and Poseidon to create unique builds every single run, ensuring no two attempts ever felt the same. The world itself felt alive, with a cast of characters who reacted to your victories and failures, making the underworld feel like a place full of real personalities and stories. Zagreus' quest was deeply personal, and the gods he encountered were a dysfunctional yet charming family, each with their own quirks and motivations. Building relationships with these characters was just as rewarding as reaching the surface, adding layers of depth and emotion to every interaction. The writing, voice acting, and stunning art direction made every encounter memorable, drawing players deeper into the world with each run. Hades was a masterful blend of gameplay and narrative, setting a new standard for what action games could achieve and raising the bar for any sequel that would follow. Its addictive gameplay loop, brilliant storytelling, and unforgettable cast of characters made it a modern classic that resonated with players around the world. So when Hades 2 was announced, it was clear the sequel had some truly big shoes to fill, with fans eager to see if it could live up to the original's legacy. The big question on everyone's mind was simple. Could Hades 2 capture that same magic and maybe even go further, building on everything that made the first game so beloved? The answer, as we'll see, is a resounding yes. Hades 2 not only honors its predecessor, but also carves out its own place in gaming history. Hades 2 introduces Melino, the enigmatic princess of the underworld, who steps into the spotlight as the game's new protagonist. She's not just a replacement for Zagreus, she's a character with her own story, her own struggles, and a destiny that's uniquely hers. Melino is the daughter of Hades and Persephone, born into a world of shadows and myth, carrying the weight of her lineage on her shoulders. Unlike her brother Zagreus, Melino was raised far from the palace, under the watchful eye of the witch Hecate. Her upbringing was one of discipline, magic, and preparation for a mission that would test her spirit and resolve. Her quest isn't about escaping the underworld. Instead, Melino must descend even deeper, facing dangers unknown, to confront the Titan Kronos and attempt to free her family from his grasp. This new motivation transforms the game's tone. It's no longer a tale of self-discovery, but one of resistance, rebellion, and the fight for those she loves. Melino is focused, disciplined, and fiercely loyal, a stark contrast to her brother's more rebellious nature. Her sense of duty and her drive to protect her family define her every action. Her arcane training with Hecate shapes not only her personality, but also her unique combat style, blending witchcraft and weaponry in ways never seen before in the series. Melino is both a witch and a warrior, wielding powerful magic with confidence and skill, ready to face whatever the underworld throws at her. Her striking design, silver hair, mismatched eyes, and a spectral arm makes her instantly iconic, standing out among video game heroines. Melino's interactions with the gods are fresh and intriguing, as she forges new alliances, navigates ancient rivalries, and earns the respect of deities who once only knew Zagreus. Playing as Melino feels truly distinct, not just because of her abilities, but because her purpose and perspective bring a new energy to the world of Hades. She's a compelling, complex heroine, layered with emotion, strength, and vulnerability, making her the perfect guide for this new journey into darkness. Melino's journey is urgent, her cause is just, and her presence is unforgettable. She's a beacon of hope in a world of shadows. Melino is the heart and soul of Hades 2's new adventure, inviting us to follow her into the depths and discover what it truly means to fight for family. The core loop returns. Start at the crossroads, battle through shifting chambers, die, and grow stronger. Every run is meaningful. Progress comes from both victory and defeat. Hades 2 expands this formula with new locations, enemies, and hazards. Each area is visually distinct, demanding fresh strategies. Enemies are smarter, keeping even veterans on edge. Between runs, the crossroads offers more gardening incantations and a vibrant cast to interact with. These systems deepen progression and make downtime rewarding. The world feels alive, with every rest as engaging as the battles. The cycle of death and rebirth is richer, more varied, and more addictive than ever. Hades 2 keeps the one more run magic alive. Every attempt brings you closer to mastery and to the heart of its story. Hades 2's biggest shift is its dedicated magic system. As Melino, you wield a magic bar, powering devastating Omega moves for tactical depth. Managing magic adds strategy, when to unleash spells, when to conserve. Nocturnal arms, like the Witch's Staff and Sister Blades, offer unique playstyles. Arcana cards provide passive bonuses, letting you customize your build before each run. Resource gathering is now part of the action. Harvest materials mid-run for upgrades and incantations. Tools like the Crescent Pick and Silver Spade add new objectives and risk-reward choices. Familiars join you in battle, offering support and companionship. These allies can be upgraded, making each run feel less lonely and more dynamic. The systems interlock, making every run a blend of action, strategy, and discovery. Hades 2's innovations make each escape attempt feel fresh. Magic, tools, and friends turn the underworld into a playground of possibilities. Hades 2 is a visual and auditory feast. Jen Zee's art direction elevates every character and environment, vivid, expressive, and unforgettable. The underworld expands into enchanted forests and mythic landscapes, each more stunning than the last. Lighting, color, and detail create a world that feels ancient and alive. Darren Korb's soundtrack blends rock energy with haunting melodies, perfectly matching the game's tone. Every battle theme pumps adrenaline, every quiet moment lingers with emotion. Sound design and voice acting are top tier, bringing gods and monsters to life. Melino's voice is earnest and determined, anchoring the story. The result, total immersion in a world you won't want to leave. Hades 2's cast is as vibrant as ever. The crossroads buzzes with new and returning faces. Hecate, Shelemaeus, and more. Olympian gods offer aid, each with distinct personalities and boons. New gods like Apollo and Hephaestus add fresh dynamics. Relationships are deeper, with Melano forging her own connections and alliances. Dialogue is sharp, funny, and heartfelt. Dying just to hear new conversations is a joy. Mythic allies like Odysseus and Circe enrich the world and your journey. Hades 2 is as much about community as combat. Hades 2 is tough, but always fair. You'll die often. Bosses are brutal, enemies relentless, but every loss teaches you something. Mastery comes from learning patterns, refining strategies, and adapting builds. Difficulty is flexible. Crank it up for greater rewards, or enable God mode for a gentler experience. God mode isn't a cheat. It gradually toughens you, letting everyone enjoy the story. The challenge makes victory sweeter. Every boss defeated feels earned. Progress is always rewarded, whether with story, upgrades, or satisfaction. The game respects your time and effort, never wasting a run. Replayability is endless, with new conditions and rewards for experts. Hades 2's balance of challenge and accessibility is masterful. Defeat is never the end. It's just another step toward triumph. That's the magic at the heart of the series. Beneath the action, Hades 2 tells a story of family and resistance. Melano fights to save her parents and home from Kronos' tyranny, a quest driven by love and duty. The game explores bonds that endure across time and hardship. It's also a tale of rebellion. Kronos is the ultimate oppressor, and Melano leads a movement against him. Every alliance, every boon is an act of defiance. The crossroads becomes a hub of solidarity, where community fuels the fight. The narrative weaves hope and collective action into every moment. Breaking cycles of tyranny is central. Melano represents a new generation forging a better future. The story is more than revenge. It's about building something lasting. Hades 2's message, even in darkness, hope and unity can change the world. It's a powerful, resonant tale that elevates every run. In the underworld, rebellion is family, and family is everything.